Last time on Generation Gap, we were doing pickup trucks. And to no surprise, the louder, shinier, red Little Red Express won.
All right, so last time you brought a ringer.
Yep.
We'll take you this time.
We'll see.
This is Davin. He spends his days hunting down hard-to-find classic car parts for Haggerty clients, and his nights wrenching on his two Chevelles. Davin firmly believes that nothing worth owning was built after 1974. This is Matt. He drives his custom-tuned 2011 Mitsubishi Evo. His passion is connecting with car enthusiasts around the world as Haggerty's social media analyst, and Matt is convinced that cars don't have to be old to be great. In each episode, we pick a category, they choose their favorites, and you decide who comes out on top.
In today's Generation Gap, we're talking 4x4s. I have brought a 76 Toyota Land Cruiser FJ40, one of the most popular, most collectible 4x4s out there.
It's a cute 4x4, I'll give you that.
It's bigger.
And I brought a 1952 M38 Willys Jeep.
Okay, I can't help but feel that bringing a military Jeep is maybe a little cheating.
No way. Are you intimidated by the Jeep?
Let's just go to the specs.
The 1952 Willys M38, weighing in at 2,750 pounds, with an 80-inch wheelbase, a ground clearance of 9¼ inches, an engine with a 6.48 to 1 compression ratio, 134.2 cubic inches of displacement pushing with 105 foot-pounds of torque, and a 24-volt electrical system. This vehicle is ready for service. Thanks to sealed components, it is even able to operate underwater. The 1976 Toyota FJ40, with a weight of 3,263 pounds, a 90-inch wheelbase, a ground clearance of 8.3 inches, a 4.2-liter 2F engine, 135 horsepower turning 210 foot-pounds of torque, and newly released disc brakes. It is ready for adventure.
Toyota Land Cruiser. Why that for a 4x4? Of all the choices, why that?
Now, I would have brought a CJ5 of my own, but it would have been identical.
It would have been identical.
This has a fantastic cult following. It is very collectible, useful, rugged. It's a fantastic vehicle.
Okay. I picked the military Jeep. Obviously, for the tradition, this vehicle was in Korea, and it came back and had service with our National Guard. Fully waterproof ignition system.
Yep.
Fully waterproof carburetor.
Okay.
Fully waterproof differential.
Got it.
Front and rear. I mean, this thing's ready to chug through some stuff.
Get wet.
The lock differential is actually phenomenal when you're going off-road.
Yes.
I wish we could do that today because that would be way too much fun.
Would be great, but these two particular vehicles are a little too special to be running through mud
Absolutely.
and over rocks and everything that they're perfectly capable of doing.
This is perfectly capable.
Oh, this is.
I'm not sure about the Toyota.
Twist the little thing here, these diffs are locked.
You just put it in here. You know you're doing it. You don't have to come out and twist any knobs. So what is really unique and interesting about the history behind Willys Jeep is the fact that in World War II, this Jeep could have been produced by Kaiser Jeep or by Ford Motor Company to enhance the war effort. And that gives chills up my spine.
That is incredible. What you might not know is in Venezuela, this is known as the Toyota Macho.
Oh, well, let's keep in mind what the purpose is, and we'll evaluate them later with that in mind.
There you go.
All right, let's go do it.
I do notice a few rattles. Or a lot of rattles, I guess.
We don't care about rattles.
No. Okay, I'll just turn on the left turn signal. Oh, it's no turn signal.
Put your arm out the window.
One of my, there you go.
If I were blindfolded, I would think I was driving a Jeep.
You should never drive blindfolded. Just never.
You don't think that's a good idea?
That's a terrible idea.
So let's look at it from a vehicle standpoint. Let's take the military heritage out of it. How do you like my choice?
I like it. Like I said, I would have picked a Jeep second to the FJ40.
Right.
That'd be number 2. But it would make for an incredibly boring episode because
They added blinkers.
We'd spent the whole time figuring out whose Jeep was which.
This definitely has more creature, the creature comfort side of it.
Yep,
The utilitarian side, though, is still here.
absolutely.
It's just covered up with vinyl.
Hearing all the stories of these things, I expected it to be harsher, I expected it to be more difficult to drive, honestly.
Well, rugged doesn't necessarily mean harsh, as far as a drivability standpoint.
But I still feel like, I don't know, from movies and talking to guys that were in the Army, this isn't a super terrible vehicle.
Huh.
Well,
We're also on paved streets,
I suppose there's a little bit to that.
and the conditions are slightly different here in wonderful Traverse City.
Yep. Yeah. See that? Guy waved.
Yeah, get a wave.
Did get a wave. You're welcome.
Okay, so driving the Toyota was not all that bad by any means. In fact, honestly,
Was it good?
it was good
It was good.
because it's a Jeep in Toyota clothing.
It's not. Sort of.
Sort of.
So your M38,
Yes.
much more drivable than I expected.
Isn't it?
It's not quite as harsh, although we were on nice paved streets.
Well, yeah.
But I wasn't rowing a boat.
It's amazingly short shift.
It was really pretty functional vehicle. Pretty nice. I liked it. Okay, so for the first time ever, we both like each other's picks.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's just count them off and see where they end up.
All right. That
after
sounds
the
good.
tally.
I like that.
Okay, performance.
Okay.
Now, mine, obviously, the Toyota, bigger engine, more gears, more accessible as far as a street drivability, top speed, that sort of thing. So,
However,
very beneficial.
for
Okay.
what the 4x4s are for, not high speeds. Let's say going through the trails, mud bogging, rock crawling, all-terrain style usage. The inline L-head 4-cylinder works fantastic for that low-end, all low-end power.
It did have way more grunt than I expected.
Exactly. So I think from that aspect, this is very good.
So we're split.
We're split.
1 and 1. All right. Now, ease of ownership.
Got it.
I think you may have it.
Jeep has it because very simple. Now, granted, from the military standpoint, some of the sealed pieces will be hard to find, what's available, all those type of things, but very simple. It was designed to be worked on in the field.
Yeah.
So,
You win.
Jeep wins.
Both points. Let's talk about collectability.
Okay?
Now, I know for a fact that these are very collectible vehicles. In fact, one of them sold at RM for over $100,000 in January.
And this is also very cool.
It's very collectible, but as far as values are concerned, they are not going up quite as crazy as these.
Okay, fine. I'll give you the point on this one.
Okay.
But passion, you can't even touch this for passion. Even take the military side off of this vehicle and just make it a straight civilian Jeep. There's still more passion involved in this Jeep still today that's carried through.
All right. So, yeah, I guess passion towards the vehicle, there's a more of a connection, at least here in the States,
Absolutely.
towards a Jeep.
And this probably has it more worldwide, but since we're Americans, I win.
You can't take 4 points for one category.
Why not?
This is bullshit.
All's fair in love and war.
This isn't love. So finally, looks. I don't think we could argue that either is bad.
No,
If
it's
you
all
were-
about function.
That's right. If you were to take a silhouette of both of these vehicles, not only would you know what you're looking at, but you'd probably like them both.
You're right. I can't argue that. So what that means is I win.
Fine. I can't argue that.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll admit the Jeep won.
Yes.
I can't argue it. I'm not disappointed. It was a good choice.
Do you need a shovel? I have a
Toy,
shovel.
I see that. You have an axe too, which I'm a little concerned with, but
Well, you never know.
we're almost done.
So you brought a runner-up again. Another runner-up.
Whatever you want to say.
Runner-up is first loser.
Ultimately, you guys decide. So what you need to do is click the link below. Tell us which one you like better. If it happens to be a Toyota, I wouldn't complain. We really appreciate all the great feedback. Keep on watching. We'll keep on making them. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.
I've been meaning to ask you since we took off driving here. How do you feel about sitting directly on top of the gas tank?
I'm actually okay with it.
Yeah?
Oddly enough,
Because if you think about it, that would be a nice ejection seat, if you know what I mean.
well, yeah, but I figure it would take a special kind of asshole to hit a guy in a military jeep.
Yeah, I guess it would.